Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Creating 3D printed skylines for scale model cities is a fun and creative way to add detail and realism to your miniature urban landscape. Skylines can be printed in various scales to match the size of your model city, whether it's for a tabletop gaming setup, a school project, or just for display. In this tutorial, we will guide you through the process of designing and printing a 3D skyline to scale. Step 1. Designing the skyline. To create a 3D model of a skyline, you can use various 3D modeling software such as tinkercad, Blender, or SketchUp. Start by researching images of the skyline you want to recreate to get an idea of the building's shapes and sizes. Then, using the software of your choice, start modeling the buildings one by one, making sure to maintain the correct proportions and scale. Step 2. Exporting the model. Once you have completed the skyline model, export it in a file format that is compatible with your 3D printer. Common file formats include .stl and .obj. Make sure to check the dimensions and scale of the model before exporting to ensure it will fit in with your scale model city. Step 3. 3D printing. Next, load the exported skyline model file into your 3D printing software. Configure the print settings such as layer height, infill density, and printing speed based on the capabilities of your 3D printer. Make sure to use a high-quality filament to ensure the details of the skyline are captured accurately. Step 4. Printing the skyline. Start the printing process and monitor it closely to ensure the skyline is printing correctly. Depending on the size and complexity of the skyline, the printing process may take several hours to complete. Once the printing is finished, carefully remove the printed skyline from the 3D printer's build plate. Step 5. Finishing touches. After the skyline is printed, you may want to add some finishing touches such as painting the buildings with acrylic paints to match the colors of the real skyline. You can also glue the printed skyline onto a base to make it easier to place in your scale model city. Code example *. Here's a simple example of a skyline model that can be exported and 3D printed using Python and OpenSCAD. This Python script defines 3 buildings in the skyline with their respective dimensions and creates an OpenSCAD script to generate a 3D model of the skyline. The script then exports the model to an STL file that can be 3D printed. Feel free to customize the code example and experiment with different building designs and configurations to create a unique skyline for your scale model city.